Hello, and welcome back to The Iron Oath. It's been 2 days, I believe, since the last time I played this. We got through the prologue, at least I assume that was the whole prologue, and now we're here on the overworld, and we have lots of exploring and content to engage with. Briefly, I was watching my VODs, well, I was just watching them on YouTube. And I thought that even though I turned the music from 100 down to 40, I still think the music is a little loud. So we're going to try 30. I kind of forgot what we had going on. So we were betrayed after we escaped that opening dungeon we were in. Torin, I believe, was the name of the traitor. Killed a bunch of our friends. Uric slash whatever our Pyrolancer's name was his nephew was kidnapped by, or we don't know if he's kidnapped. His nephew is missing, and we're trying to find his nephew. And we have been robbed, and we are destitute, and we need to go to Andalon to continue the story. Now, I did read on the very, 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 very small subreddit for this game, which is is understandable. The game literally just came out like less than a week ago. Maybe a little over a week by the time you see this. This game is not as random as I had perhaps originally thought. I've seen some complaints of people saying when you start a new campaign, the map is the same, a lot of the missions are the same. So, I mean, that's not going to affect us. But I was talking in either my last video or the first video how I think this is like a roguelike. There's going to be a lot of RNG that like transforms things from game to game. Maybe that's not the case. Or maybe those... I only saw like 2 posts talking about that, but maybe they were just overreacting. But I guess we're going to find out. Anyway, we want to travel to Andalon. I got to figure out how to do that. Confirm travel. It will take 11 days. Are you ready to leave? Let's look at the city info. They're neutral and friendly. I don't know what this means. Some tooltips would be nice. Remember, this is 0.5. We are in early access here. They're peaceful. They're run by Talleyrand House. Their ruler is Theron Manring the First. They're in the Midland. They are Ascended. That's quite the name for your religion. They are Midian, I suppose, being in the Midland, that makes sense. And their main export is wood. According to legend, the city of Andalon was founded by Andal the Axe. His line ruled over the city until the Midland Civil War, where Edic Andalon died in battle alongside his sons, fighting under the banner of Neris Talleyrand. Excuse me? So, the Andalon dynasty died fighting under the banner of the current ruler, so their side won and then they lost power? Not the current ruler, but the current dynasty. unless they mean like they were fighting against the Talleyrans. Whatever. That doesn't matter. We're going to travel. We've got our House Stark banner, our unintentional House Stark banner. The 28th of Sunspell, 386, day 11. Alright, we are here. Let's enter the city. After many long days on the road, you and your companions breathe a collective sigh of relief upon entering the city limits of Andalon. The streets are bustling with traffic, and though it does seem to be business as usual, you can't help but sense an unease among the people. Uric seems to pick up on it as well, and with narrowed eyes, he looks up to the sky. The days are growing darker, that's for sure. He gestures to the crowds. No doubt they're all concerned about the Scourge. Can't say I blame them. On the bright side, there will be no shortage of work available to us, but for now, he winces, glimpsing down at his injured leg. We could all do with a few days' rest. Alaric begins to shuffle forward, gesturing ahead with a nod. I believe the inn is this way. Whoa, we just skipped 4 days. With the morning sun shining into your room at the inn, you rise from your bed, pleased to find your body finally free of its many aches. Gathering your belongings, you walk down the creaking stairs to the ground floor, spotting your companions, already seated at a table and breaking their fast. "Mornin', my lord." You're looking a slight better, huh? Come! He gestures to the seat beside him with one hand, taking up a spoonful of porridge with the other. Sit! Eat! Across the table, Alaric tears off a piece of bread and hands it to you. We were just discussing our next... Alaric trails off as a man approaches the table. Your previous employer, Caldwin, sporting a puzzled look upon his face. I must say, I'm surprised to see you here. I heard about the battle. Heard you were dead, in fact. He slides into the seat opposite you, spreading his arms wide. Yet here you are. Heard it from who? Wouldn't that be from whom? Maybe I'm just showcasing my ignorance. Also, like Uric's nephew, Caldwin does not have a portrait, I assume a symptom of this game being in early access, and the art not being done. That's perfectly fine. Your associate, he looks up, trying to recall the name. Torin, that was it. Tall bastard he was, said your entire company was killed in an ambush, and that he was lucky to be alive. Anyway, he brought me the vials, so we concluded our business and he went on his way. And you just believed his story. Truth be told, no. I could tell he was hiding something, but I wasn't about to refuse the man. I suspect he could rip me apart with his bare hands, were he so inclined. Is there anyone else with him? A boy of 15 years. The man scratches at his chin. He had a few companions, from what I saw. None that young, however. Any idea where they were headed? I don't know that either, I'm afraid, but it seemed they were each going their separate ways. Alaric raises an eye at that piece of information. Retiring, perhaps. I certainly can afford it, having stolen everything from us. So they betrayed you and stole your fortune, did they? I'm sorry for that, but perhaps we can help each other out. You have a job for us? More of an arrangement. Caldwin leans in closer, placing an elbow on the table. I've been looking to expand my business across Kalin, but the roads are a dangerous place, as you well know, and I'm in need of a permanent guard. In return, I would offer you a discount on all my wares, potions, elixirs, and the like. I'm sure they'd be of great use in your line of work. To be clear, I would not interfere with the operation of your company. Of that you can be sure. In fact, I care not where we travel, just so long as there are buyers for me to sell to. He leans back, spreading his hands across the table. So what do you think? Sounds like a fair proposal. I accept your offer. It's a little bit convenient, but okay. Caldwin smacks a hand down on the table. Excellent. Then consider me at your service, my friends. And as I said, where we go is entirely up to you. Alaric lifts his hand, a single finger raised. There is one problem, however. We simply cannot afford to travel anywhere at the moment. Not to mention we are without carriages and horses. You certainly had a rough go of it, huh? He waves a hand. No matter. I can supply both horses and carriages. As for funds, I hear the local vanguard have their hands full at the moment. I suspect you might find work with them. He leans close, lowering his voice. Just don't mention my other activities. They would be none too pleased to learn of the vials in my possession. Thanks for the tip. We'll go and see them. Caldwin rises from his seat, straightening out his tunic. I have preparations to make then. He looks at each of you, nodding farewell. I will await you at the gates. Taking a bite from your bread, you look on as Caldwin strides out of the inn. Alaric turns back towards you, fingers rubbing at his chin. You know, my lord, I was thinking it might be wise to retire the company name. So long as those traitors think us dead, we'll have an easier time rebuilding our numbers. And when we're ready to strike back against them, it will be us with the upper hand. Uric grunts in approval as he swallows the last of his drink. He's right, I reckon. Best not to draw any extra attention on ourselves, if we can help it. Any ideas for a name, boss? Puma Company always had a nice ring to it, I thought. Puma Company, huh? He pauses, flashing a toothy grin. Is that not already our name? Aye, I believe that will suit us well. Alright. When visiting a city, you can view available contracts by clicking one of the contract banners at the top of the screen. The icon on the banner tells you which faction is offering the contract, and completing it will increase your reputation with them. We're hardly in a position to be picky right now, so I say we take whatever job the Vanguards have to offer us. Supposed to talk to the Vanguard. We can go to the inn, the marketplace, the infirmary, or leave the city. Why don't we do this? I want to see if there's a way to, like, change the names of our people. There is. Okay. I am probably going to edit this out, but I am going to take a minute and name this after some Twitch followers. So if you would like to have the chance to have your name in the game, go follow me on Twitch. The link is twitch.tv/crouchingpuma. And I would be very appreciative, and you could get yourself in the game. If you don't want yourself in the game, leave a comment on this video and tell me a character's name. Tell me what kind of character you want them to be, what you want them to be good at, maybe some backstory information, really whatever information you want to provide. You could just provide a name, and then I'll just randomly assign it. But go follow me on Twitch, leave a name in the comments, and we'll see what we can do. Okay, I'll be back after I do all this. Okay, we are back. We have 4 new character names. It's the same characters as before. So our Pyrolancer is now named Irish Eagle. Now you have to have a first and last name in this game, which is upsetting. So I suppose they're just going to call him Irish, and the first names are only going to get weirder from here. But, so Irish Eagle is our Pyrolancer. He was formerly Uric, I believe. Our Guardian is Steel Flex. I'm trying to remember what her name was before. I already forgot. But yes, this is Steel Flex. This is our Stormcaller. I believe this was Alaric, maybe, before, and now he is Little Green Sir. And we have Gunther, our Pugilist, who is now known as Mel Boyd. So, that's our characters, and we'll be adding more custom names as we recruit more people. Let's check out this contract. Back on your feet. Pick up some work from the local Vanguard representative. The contract is to pick up work? That's okay. That doesn't make any sense. The contract should be the work that I'm picking up. It's like getting a job to get a job. We get 550 gold, and whatever this is, maybe like reputation, favor. It's in Andalon, Midland, and it will take 240 time. Who knows what that means? Here we go. Even from a distance, you can tell there is a sense of urgency brewing within the Vanguard garrison. Oh, I meant to speed up the text. Can I do that? No, I don't want to skip through this text. As you near, a pair of hard-eyed guards order you to halt. Their weapons held up to impede you. Behind them, a man in a decorative suit of armor, no doubt an officer, takes note of your arrival, and with a wave of his hand, orders the 2 guards to stand down. At ease, soldiers, let them through. He bids you to approach, his eyes fixed on yours. My apologies, things are rather tense around here, as you can tell. He regards the rest of your companions, looking them up and down. Is there something you need? We heard you could use a hand. An understatement, but you've heard correctly. I'm sure you've noticed the days growing darker of late. They say the scourge is coming, but in truth, it has already begun. We've been receiving increasing reports of void spawn in the area, and we're scrambling to respond to each. Any help you can provide is most welcome, and will be rewarded, of course. Is this Dragon Age Origins? What do you need us to do? A group of refugees are fleeing from a small village just south of us. I had dispatched a unit to aid them, but with the number of void spawn that was reported, I fear their presence won't be enough. I would ask that you travel south, link up with them, and ensure the refugees arrive here safely. He turns to an aide, snapping his fingers and holding out his hand. The aide rummages through their satchel, producing a few papers which they promptly hand over. The officer briefly glances down at the documents before offering them to you. These will point you in the right direction. Good luck. He extends a friendly hand. I've no doubt you are suited to the task. You can count on us. The officer nods and turns away, striding off to deal with another matter. Alaric steps towards you, peering over your shoulder at the report held in your hands. Okay, except his name's not Alaric, though. Oh wait, no, Alaric is not a member of our party. Never mind. So Alaric is still Alaric. Looks like we've got our work cut out for us, my lord. Before we depart, might I suggest hiring some fresh recruits at the end? I'm sure there are more than a few capable mercenaries available. Alright, maybe I should have saved the name segment for here. At the inn, I believe he said. Every city has an inn, which allows you to rest, buy drinks, or recruit new members. Resting will reduce your entire roster's fatigue by 3 for each night purchased. Buying a round for your company will increase their loyalty, though drinking too frequently can result in adverse effects. If you are in need of new members for your roster, you can scour the local talent and recruit them to your company. Let's recruit. This is a list of all available recruits in the city. As time passes, new recruits will appear. You can view information on each recruit by clicking on the icon to the left of their portrait. I don't know if there's like a threshold we need to meet. We've got Hertrude, who is a guardian. Theogrita Blumont, who is a Valkyrie. I'm going to emphasize new classes, if possible. Winfleed Whiteclaw, who is a Huntress, and Richard Farnham, who is another Pugilist. So I definitely want... How much money do we have, by the way? 843. I would like a Valkyrie. You're looking for new recruits. I'm looking for work. What do you think about these terms? 119 for 1 year, or 92 per year for 4 years, with a 50 gold signing bonus. I don't know if we should be thinking that far ahead right now, but let's do it. That's great to hear. I'm looking forward to working with you. It's more expensive up front, but cheaper in the long run. I think. Hold on. 119 times 4 is, what, 476? 92 times 4 would be like 368, but then you add 200. So like 5... No, you only add 50 once, because it's one upfront payment. So, yeah, I think it is cheaper. Obviously it is, otherwise why would they offer it? The Huntress? Great to hear. Welcome aboard. I don't know if they want us to recruit anymore. I'm not going to at the moment. That might be stupid. If this was Darkest Dungeon, you want to get those numbers up fast, because they're gonna die. But I'm going to take a second to rename these people as well, and then I will be right back. Okay, we're back, and our Valkyrie is now known as Cairo TV, and our Huntress is Silver Cacti, which is... I didn't even plan this, but she's wearing white, so that matches the silver somewhat. Hopefully we don't have to recruit anymore. Oh wait, that's our available. We do have room for 2 more, but again, I don't know if they wanted us to recruit a specific amount. Escort refugees to Andalon. So how do I do this? We procured a mission to Located, early access, and escort some refugees back to Andalon. Their last known whereabouts have been marked on the map. They should have a vanguard escort, but the fact that they haven't returned yet is troubling, so try to be as quick as you can in your search. Does this tell me where it is? Date acquired, 2nd of Harvest Moon. So do I leave the city to do this? If you have an injured character, you must admit them to a city's infirmary in order for them to recover. They will remain in that location until fully healed, upon which they will rejoin your company. Severe injuries require immediate care in order to avoid permanent injury or death. I don't think we need to admit anyone, but that's good to know. I don't like that you can't click on close, you have to hit escape. Again, early access. Hopefully they change that. I guess we do... They said outside of the city, right? Their last known whereabouts have been marked on the map, so yeah, let's leave the city. An increasing number of local wildlife have moved into closer to the border city, posing a threat to the civilians and traders alike. That's where we were, right? That's where we were attacked? Or maybe that's... Maybe that's where we're supposed to go? In the interest of protecting their citizens, the local ruler has increased the amount of patrol guards in their country, making the city and roads safer for all. Okay. Okay, yeah, it is right there. Let's hit up this, unless... Oh, maybe we can't. Okay, let's hit up this. We're gonna take 13 days to travel back down here. I'm excited to see our Huntress and our Valkyrie and what their abilities are. I'm assuming they start at level 1, so they'll be a little weaker than our other party members, but that's okay. After days spent on the road with no signs of refugees, you begin to lose hope of ever finding them. Glancing sideways at you, Little Green observes the look of concern on your face. So long as they've stuck to the road, we should be finding them soon. They frown into the distance. One way or another. I keep forgetting to increase the speed. Up ahead, a figure suddenly emerges through a patch of trees just off the beaten path. They barrel towards you, frantically waving their arms to gain your attention, as more begin to appear behind them. You urge your horse forward, riding out to meet them. Please help us. The hand points beyond the patch of trees from which they came. Our caravan's under attack. You glance in the direction, faint sounds of combat barely audible over panicked screams of refugees. Are the vanguard with you? They are, but they're outnumbered. Irish rides up to your side, narrowed eyes looking towards the sound of battle. We should hurry. You twist in your seat, signaling the rest of your companions to follow as you charge ahead, past the crowd of refugees and into the fray. Locate and assist the vanguard. You arrive just in time to render aid. Little Green and Iris grapple a demon away from one of the soldiers, cutting it down in the process. The remaining demons are felled in short order. As one of the vanguard soldiers tries to wrench their spear free of a demon's skull, another acknowledges your arrival, removing his helmet and tucking it at his side. He marches across the bloodied grass towards you, a weary grimace on his face. I take it you've been sent to help. He glances down at the demonic abominations, dark blood oozing from their hacked-up bodies. There will be more of them, of that I'm sure. An officer from Andalon hired us to assist you. That is a relief. He exhales slowly, shaking his head. We were too few to begin with, truth be told. It's a miracle we haven't lost anyone yet. Still, with your help, all these folk might just make it. The man turns at a muffled shout in the distance, floating across the field towards you. Across from you, another vanguard soldier crests a hill, weapon raised in a frantic sprint as he draws near. He comes to an abrupt halt just shy of your position, addressing the man in charge and pointing back with the tip of his spear. Sir, more demons, fast approaching. Shit! He turns to you as he refits his helmet. You there, go with the refugees. We'll hold off the bastards as long as we can. We'll protect them. Good luck. The soldier nods and slams his visor down. He whips around, drawing his spear and barking orders at his unit, preparing them to face the enemy, and likely their own deaths. Protect the refugees and flee. Begging through text for a 90% auto-scroll speed. Devs, if you're watching, please, please, please. That's my number one request very early into the game. I know that's probably not very high on your priority list, it's at the top of mine. Can I get into combat, please? Lowering his spyglass, Alaric mumbles something under his breath as he frowns at the distant horizon. He turns to you with a slight shake of his head, a troubled look on his face. They're still following, my lord. More of them, in fact. At the rate they're gaining, I suspect they'll be all over us by nightfall. He digs around in his satchel and produces a map, unfurling it and carefully tracing a finger along the canvas. There's a cave system not far from here that will take us closer to Andalon and hopefully provide shelter from those demons. A cave? I'd rather stay above ground than get trapped underneath it. We've no guarantee of safety down there, says Irish. It's not ideal, but it's a risk we have to take. Irish turns away, grumbling inaudibly as they stomp off. Appearing beside you, Little Green places a reassuring hand on your shoulder and puffs out a sigh. Can't please everyone, my lord, but I reckon it's the right choice. We've no idea what awaits us down in those caves. It's true. But we know damn well the danger we face up here. Alright, we're assembling our party. I can take up to 4 characters when forming a party. It is important to consider the status of each. Well-rested characters Oh, okay. There's a colon. Well-rested. Characters become well-rested with an activity. They gain plus 5% power and 25% and earn 25% more XP. An available character is fit and ready for duty. A fatigued character can still participate, but they are debuffed with minus 10% power, minus 10 morale, and minus 25% XP earned. An injured character can participate, but they will suffer from penalties specific to their injury, and unavailable characters are unavailable. So we can only take 4. We have some fatigued players. We will obviously take our Poly Lancer, because he is our best, and he's not fatigued. We're definitely going to take our 2 new people. We're unable to retreat. I gotta say, again, I don't know what this game holds for us, but if all of the combat missions, all of the exploration is underneath, like in caves and dungeons and stuff, and there's no, like, overworld combat, I would be pretty disappointed. But, let's find out. So, Little Green Sir, A, would be my first choice based on abilities, and also is the least fatigued, but that doesn't matter. He still gets the same penalty, but he does have injuries. So they need to go to the infirmary. I did not realize that. And I would like a healer, and thankfully our guardian is not injured. So we should have left you 2 in the infirmary. Mission length medium. This might be a long episode, because we're already at 27 minutes and we haven't even gone in. And I don't want to leave you guys hanging like that. So let's select our provisions. This is really Darkest Dungeon-y. Before entering a dungeon, you'll be able to purchase provisions as to bring with you. By default, unused provisions at the end of a dungeon are refunded for 50% of their cost. The amount can be increased with company upgrades. Let's take... These are 60 each. We're basically paying average price. Let's take... Oh, you can't stack them? What? Okay, tools. Used to boost success rate with traps and hazards. Bandage stabilizes injuries, dispel bleed, and restores a small amount of health. I would say let's go like double bandage, double health potion. Because we can't... Yeah, we're out of space. I would love a bigger backpack. And let's venture forth. Yeah, so this will probably be a long episode, but that's okay with me. Standing alongside the cave's entrance, you motion to the weary refugees as they file past you, encouraging them to quicken their pace. With everyone inside, you look back to the plains one last time, frowning at the approaching void spawn, now clearly visible to the naked eye. As you enter the depths, a shriek at the front of the column causes a commotion. You push your way through the crowd to see a mutilated animal slumped on the ground, Steel already down on their knees and examining the wounds. They turn and look up to you, stretching their brow with a puzzled expression. Could have been demons, but I can't say for certain. They point to a series of deep lacerations on the creature's body. Not the work of any human, anyway. Regardless, we're obviously not alone down here. Let's tread carefully, then. Alright, so we're back in the thick of things. I said we were, this would be a long episode. I suppose it would be fine to cut, in this screen. I just don't want to cut in combat. But, you know, if we can cut mid-exploration of a dungeon, that's fine. Especially since this said it was a medium-length mission. I have no idea how long that actually is. I would have... Do I want to scout? Let's scout. I figured as much. Now, I don't remember what advantages we gain from knowing there's enemies. Like, maybe they don't... maybe they normally get a buff if they ambush you or something. Alright, so let's put you up front. I should have looked at your abilities. I'm assuming you are ranged. So you'll go in the back. I'll put you here, and then I'll put our Guardian... I'll swap our Guardian with our Valkyrie. Or maybe this is our Valkyrie, this is probably the Huntress. That makes more sense. I don't know who... We don't have our Pugilist, so I don't know what the initiative order is. It looks like our Huntress goes first. You've got an Overwatch. Love an Overwatch. Performing a basic attack on any enemy that moves within 2 tiles of her position. 2 tiles? That's not very far. I suppose you can level it up, though. Aim in any direction and channel for 5 turns. Damage all enemies along the designated trajectory. Alright, so we're just going to do a basic attack for sure. Whoa, you have a lot... You're partially obstructed, but you have a lot of health. Or actually, I guess it's just because of the obstruction. But you're going to receive a lot less damage, so let's go for you. Nice. This is our Valkyrie Champion's Order. Grant target plus 50% power and plus 1 movement for 1 round. Restore 5 morale to herself and her target. Guardian Angel. Teleport a target to an adjacent position around the Valkyrie. That is very nice. Let's get in here. Oh, come on. Not off to the best start I've ever seen. Please, no. Oh my god. So now I'm already like, do we already have to heal? I feel like we might. Apparently I can't heal you. Dead Zone. Characters are silenced and able to use abilities while occupying this hex. But why can't... I'm not occupying that. Whatever. Let's move you 1 up and then hit this thing. Actually, that should have been my Pyrolancer, because then I could have used his Infernal Pillar. I'm still learning this stuff. Except now he's going to get attack of opportunities. I got to pay attention to that. This is not the best start I've ever had. I think we'll just do this. This thing scares the crap out of me. Don't do anything. Corrupting Touch. You would be dead if we hadn't missed our first shot. That's what I have to say about that. I'll let the Pyrolancer finish you off. Oh, our Valkyrie's getting all kinds of messed up. Oh no, we got, like, scared. Can you please... Oh my god. And now this messes this up. This is bad. This is real bad. And you're stunned! No! At least they're not going after our Valkyrie, but you still might. This is horrible. Please. Tell me that counts as your whole turn? Okay, it does. These whales, or these portals are freaking me out. You're disabled by a dead zone. Honestly, just kill this thing. Nice. Oh, I didn't see the dog! Oh my god. I don't really want to do that. I just want you to, like, be safe. I'm gonna move you... here? That's okay. I would prefer you get hit. Let's move you out of this dead zone. And then heal you. Then let's do this. Hopefully this kills you. Oh, come on. We can't use an ability, but we can do a basic attack, which should finish you off. Okay, we've got some, something, either some crumbling ceiling or he's gonna do something, so let's get out of the way here. I mean, I'm fine with you just doing that. I thought you couldn't use abilities for 3 turns, but whatever. Grant target plus 50% power plus 1 movement. Okay, you can't. So let's just have you guard. Why are y'all just doing basic attacks? Like, automatically. I understand that's all you can do because you were dead zoned, but, like, you're not even letting me move you. And now you're dead. That was horrible. We've got Demon's Blood, Null Beast Teeth, and a bandage. Okay, I don't think we need to bandage anyone, but we do need to use some potions. 1 for you. 1 for you. And I think that might be the end of this episode. That was a brutal encounter. That was so much harder than the prologue missions. But I think that's a good cutting off point here, and then we can finish this dungeon in the next episode and see if we can get these refugees to safety without losing anyone in the process. That was our first fight of the dungeon, and we're already on the ropes. I don't feel good about this. But if you're enjoying this series, please leave a like and subscribe, comment, you know, the normal stuff. If you want to either use your profile or create a character for me to use in the game, go follow me on Twitch, and then comment down below. Explain, give your character a name, explain their backstory, what kind of character, like if you prefer a certain kind of class, blah, blah, blah. Let me know, and I will do what I can. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys again next time.